With the moms now involved, it's going to be quite a bit of a series. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another The Promised Neverland chapter review. I'm pretty excited about this one. One, because they gave us just enough information to understand what's going on, but there's something about it that I really hope they do, and I'll talk more about it once we continue in this video. But for now, a few things. Go check out my other reviews on this series. Quite a bit of chapters already I have reviewed, but also volumes, and I believe the manga haul this week will also have some of those volumes for you guys to see how the covers look and all that. So if you guys want to follow my social media, I am gonna start to be more active on Twitter and Facebook and other social media. So go make sure you follow me through Anime Review 711 or Otaku RR. You guys can find me in either or. Also, don't forget to subscribe. We're about 55 subscribers away from reaching my goal. It looks like if we do reach it by the end of this month, April will have a giveaway. So make sure you subscribe and you'll be part of the giveaway in April. Thank you guys so much for the love and support that you show this channel. You guys can always support more by liking, commenting, and sharing, or consider donating through super chat or other stuff. I will have videos that I will release today, so just make sure you guys consider at least helping out a little bit. Anyways, guys, there is a spoiler alert because I will talk about it in some detail, so you guys have been warned. The chapter itself starts off with kind of a flashback, but it's all the way back to when Isabella was taken in custody and arrested, and we know that she had a conversation with the Rafiki clan, Peter, the leader, and he's the one that told him that Grandma was executed and delivered as food because the reason the kids escaped wasn't a Isabella mistake, it was a Grandma mistake, because Isabella was trying her best to get Grandma more involved, at least in the eyes of the Ratri clan. So they got rid of Grandma, and he offered Isabella a position of Grandma. And in the previous flashback that we had seen, Isabella just smiles and says yes. In this one, we actually see what she was thinking, and essentially is she wants to live and wants to get out, and she hates this guy because to him, everyone, moms included, as well as Grandma, the highest leadership of that group, they're just livestock. They can be easily replaced. And she just smiles and says yes, and says, "I know my kids will return," and they did. They did return, and she was waiting for the opportunity. Now, Peter Clan, they're getting prepared. This is still part of the flashback. They're getting prepared for the arrival of Emma, Ray, and Norman. And while this is happening, Peter goes and talks to Isabella and tells her, "Hey, we need your help. Make sure you're on alert. Kids are coming, etc., etc." And she is overjoyed to hear this news. Goes to the moms, and again, these are a bunch of moms that some are being trained to, and others are already taking care of kids. And she tells them, "Hey, this is our opportunity. We can now betray the Ratchet Clan and stand for what we believe." And a lot of them kind of give him like a weird stare at the beginning, like, "Are you sure you know what you're doing?" Now, obviously, these girls, they've been raised to fear the Ratchet Clan, to fear Peter, and the reason they do that because obviously they're livestock. They've kind of brainwashed them to a way where they must respect Grandma, they must respect the Preacher Clan, Richard Clan, sorry, and Peter, and they're kind of wired to just follow instructions. But Isabella, we get a little bit of her emotional side, which we really hadn't seen much about it. She's always kind of been kind of a this is how we do it kind of person, but she goes and tells them, we could be freed. My kids are returning, and I knew they were going to return, and they're going to stop them, and we can help them. We can betray them, and we can help them through the inside. And she's like, if you guys want to be the whistleblower, by far, whatever, just do it. But I'm gonna do my best to betray the clan who is with me. And obviously, everyone joins Grandma. Now, she also explains to them how the previous Grandma was just easily replaced, and kind of tells them, "Have you never questioned that? How grandmas and moms are just replaced, and have you not felt the passion?" And we get all these little flashbacks from these girls from a young age of 10, 11, 12, when they were taking to be eaten and given the chance to be a mom, how they're working hard, and their goal is just to survive, 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 survive. I mean, that's what they want to do, is just survive, keep leaving, even though the lives they're living is just a horrible life. So they end up going with Isabella, and by now you guys know in chapter 169 that's how it ended. All the moms and grandma are pointing their guns not at the kids, at Peter. So at this, the kids are kind of like, "What the heck is going on?" And Isabella, and her thoughts is like, I don't want you guys to forgive me. I just want you to accept my help." And the kids are just, I mean, Emma is still calling Isabella mom, and that is very touching, because although she knows the truth of what she was doing to her siblings, um, she still raised her. She still gave her that nurturing love that maybe was not all true, but it was there. So, anyways, they kind of nodded at each other and kind of agree that they're together. And the chapter ends with Peter just being a coward. Like, I don't know, he's been defeated, and he reaches for a gun, starts shooting crazy. Which, by the way, we don't know who got shot. It just looks like he shot towards the direction where the moms were, and then he starts running, and the chapter ends with this image of him crying, saying, "I won't be defeated by livestock." And that's really, in a nutshell, the end of this chapter. Pretty good chapter. It gives us information that we did not have. Uh, didn't really move the story a lot, and I'm expecting that from the next few chapters, only because I know for a fact they're trying to get as much chapters as possible out so they can, rank in more money. And that's just what happens with these series, and they're doing a good job, I think, thus far. It would be nice to read this in an entire volume, but at the same time, it leaves us hanging with mystery. Now, what I was going to talk about before, when I started this channel, is the whole mom situation. We've kind of seen the perspective of the kids, and we've seen the perspective of the outside world through the kids, as well as those who survived, and those who were sent to other places. But you can really make two different, or maybe even three, to be honest, sequels or spin-offs of this series. You can give us a prequel of how the Red Street Clan became in power, because we've gotten enough information from them, but not a lot of information where we know enough. You can give us a side story of what happened during that whole time with Norman. We again got some information, but we don't know what happened to Norman. We just know that he was sent, he was tested on, and he made friends, and he escaped. But how all that worked out, we don't know all the details. So that could be a totally other side story. Just so maybe one volume, but still a side story that people would want to read. And then the last side story or spinoff that I think they could do is just the mom's story. There is so much about moms and grandma position that we don't know yet. That we don't know how they get to be the caregivers, and et cetera, et cetera. We got some bits and pieces towards the beginning with Isabella and, oh gosh, the other mom that I forgot her name is with the K. But we don't really know what all happens with them and how they got there, how they choose, and how they train. So I would love, to be honest, to get a side story of also to the moms. But we'll see. We'll see what the writer decides to do once the series is over. I do think there'll be a type of prequel or at least side stories that we will get, but we'll just have to see. For now, this chapter was great. Make sure you go check it out at Shonen Jump. I'm not sponsored by them, so you don't have to go through them, but you can just read it there for free if you want. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I think that is all. Make sure you subscribe. Trying to reach 3,000. Like, comment, and share, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.